So we're going to do a distillation of this raspberry egg to find out the different component parts. So the first part I'm gonna do, I've measured out 75 milliliters of the cherry or the raspberry egg into the flask, and I'm then gonna add some anti-bumping granules. This will just help it boil a bit smoother. And then connect my flask. So in a moment I'll take the camera and I'll show you exactly how I set up the distillation kit. But it can take a little while to start heating before it actually starts to boil. So firstly, I'm turning on my tap, and then I'll explain what that's used for in a minute. And I'm going to then light my Bunsen burner and put it on this. So it's quite far below, it's not going to heat it very quick, so I'm just going to put it on a cork ring to make it a little bit closer. So for the distillation kit, you have your Bunsen burner, which heats up your round bottom flask. That's then connected to an L-shaped tube that has a thermometer in, and then it's connected to this outlet tube. So this is like a double tube. On the inside we'll get the product that condenses down the condenser tube, but on the outside it's got this water running in to the lower pit, because this is the bit that we want the coolest, because that's just before it goes into our collection tube. And then at the top our wastewater comes out, and that helps to cool it down once it starts to boil. So it's already starting to boil. It's estimated that there will be 3 fractions from this. The first 20 mils will be fraction 1, so I've got a beaker there ready for it. The second fraction will be then go into beaker 2, and then the third fraction is just the residue that's left in our flask. We're going to keep doing this until it hits the 20 mils. Then I'm going to remove the Bunsen, pour into the first beaker, and then we'll restart it for the next 20 mils. It's getting close to our 20, so once that hits I'll pause the timer, remove the Bunsen, and then clear that into the beaker ready for the next 20 milliliters. Okay, so it's now at 20. I've paused the timer and I've taken the Bunsen away. So this is cold because it's been cooled in the water. I'll pour it into beaker 1, put the Bunsen back and restart the timer. We're getting close to the end point now, so we're looking until there's 20 in there, so 40 milliliters in total, and that's the point we can end. Okay, so that's the end. I'm just going to turn off the Bunsen burner and let it cool, and then we'll test the fractions further. Now you're going to do some further testing with the different fractions. So one of them asks you to do smell, and obviously you can't do this on a video, so I'll just tell you. The first one smells like raspberry. Oh, that's your original, so you'd expect the raspberry aid to smell of raspberry. The second one, so fraction number 1, the first 20 mils that we distilled, smells of raspberry. Fraction number 2 has no smell. And fraction number 3, which is our residue, also has no smell. So now I'm going to want to test the pH of the solution. So I've already calibrated this pH probe. I'm going to set it in. And as long as it's touchy in the liquid, which it is, and give it a swirl and then read. So that's our pH for the first one. I'm then going to rinse the electrode with the ionized water and put it into fraction 1. And read. It can take a little while to settle. There we go. And then rinse again and put it into fraction 2. Okay. And final one, rinse and put it into our residue. And that's measuring the pH. So to test for sugars, I have added solutions as follows. So into test tube 1 is our fraction 1, into test tube 2, fraction 2, 3 is our residue, 4 is a standard sugar solution, and 5 is just deionized water. So to test for sugars, there'll be more details on this in the food test video, but I'm just going to add some drops of Benedict's solution to all, so you can see what color they've gone. Just know I'm going to add a little bit more to residue 5 because of its color, and just notice what color it is now. Then I'm going to put them inside a beaker of hot water to see if there's any color changes. So now I have my results from the sugar test, and just work out what colors they are and which ones you think have sugar.